Imaishi Hiroyuki is one of the leading directors of the anime industry. He started his animator career at Gainax in the mid-90s and made a directorial debut in 2004 with an anime film, Dead Leaps. In 2011, he left Gainax and established an animation studio, Trigger, with Otsuka Masahiko and Masumoto Kazuya. Since then, he has been working as a director at Trigger, creating many well-known titles such as Kill la Kill and Promare. In this video, I would like to analyze Imaishi's style through his works. I have picked 3 works that characterize his style: Dead Leaps, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, and Kill la Kill. Through these works, we can observe Imaishi's directorial talents and his uniqueness. Dead Leaps, released in 2004, is Imaishi's first directorial work produced by Production IG. In this film, Imaishi's style is clearly noticeable. The first characteristic is exaggerated, powerful movement. Imaishi focuses much on dynamic movements, and his depiction is much more energetic and exaggerated than other directors. For instance, in the scene where the prisoners fight their way out of the prison, we can see these dynamic movements in full force: gunfire, explosions, and close-quarters combat that feel almost excessive. The second characteristic is an abundant use of thick lines, robust colors, and deep shading. Imaishi utilizes these stylistic elements to spice up the scene and create a thrilling atmosphere. Also, they help augment dynamic movements so that they look much more exaggerated and aggressive. The third characteristic is unique story progression. Imaishi's works reach a climax in a similar fashion: protagonists versus the world encompassing evil. As the story progresses, the protagonists discover the true evil lurking in the shadow. To stand against the overwhelming enemy, they even join forces with their former enemies. In Dead Leaps, the protagonists confront the prison warden in the end. They fight valiantly together against the warden's devastating power and eventually win their freedom. Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, broadcast in 2007, is Imaishi's third directorial work produced by Gainax. Similar to Dead Leaps, it shows Imaishi's style quite clearly. Exaggerated, powerful movements are very pronounced throughout the series. The mecha battles are where these dynamic movements shine the brightest. Fist-to-fist battles, explosions, debris, and destruction. It is an action-packed roller coaster ride from start to finish, which I find quite appealing. Thick lines, loud colors, and deep shading are apparent as well. Characters are drawn in thick lines, which give them personality and help distinguish them from one another. Deep shading and loud colors set the atmosphere and maximize the effects of dynamic movements. Story progression is also very characteristic of Imaishi's works. In Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, the protagonists eventually fight against Anti-Spiral, the arch-enemy of the series. The scale of the final battle is absolutely mind-boggling, as the battle takes place in the universe itself. Simon, the protagonist, eventually defeats Anti-Spiral with the help of his friends, which include his former enemies. One new characteristic that has emerged from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann is the emphasis on indomitability. In the story, Simon and his friends continuously confront seemingly insurmountable challenges. Nevertheless, they always push forward and eventually overcome these challenges. By focusing on their indomitable spirit, Imaishi gives the audience a message: if you never give up, there's always a future. Kill la Kill, broadcast in 2013, is Imaishi's first directorial work at Trigger. Similar to his previous works, Kill la Kill is quite distinctive. Exaggerated dynamic movements are very noticeable from start to finish. For instance, the scenes where Luluco, the protagonist, fights against student council members demonstrate Imaishi and Trigger's prowess at depicting vigorous movements. In addition, thick lines highlight characters' movements and distinguish different characters from one another, just like in Gurren Lagann and Dead Leaps. And deep shading and intense colors create a menacing atmosphere that foreshadows Ryuko's uphill battles against powerful foes. Story progression is reminiscent of his previous works as well. Ryuko eventually teams up with Kiryuin Satsuki, the school president and Ryuko's former enemy, to fight against Kiryuin Nagyo, the academy's board director and Satsuki's mother. The scale of the final battle is absolutely massive, and Nagyo's power is off the charts. Still, Ryuko stands victorious in the end, thanks to her indomitable spirit. A new characteristic that has emerged from Kill la Kill is using ladders as an artistic expression. Other directors, such as Shinbo Akiyuki, have utilized ladders to fulfill their creative needs. However, Imaishi is different from them in some aspects. In Kill la Kill, ladders appear in loud colors, especially highly saturated red. Also, they are huge, covering the entire screen most of the time. In doing so, Imaishi intensifies the action and captures the audience's attention. These characteristics seen in Kill la Kill are reproduced and reflected in his future works, further solidifying Imaishi's image as an innovative director. Imaishi Hiroyuki is a blessing to the anime industry, and his contributions to the industry are immeasurable. His works have helped me appreciate the action genre more and taught me that the future of anime is full of excitement. If you're interested in Imaishi's other works, check out Uchu Petro Luluco and Promare, which are both great fun to watch and excellent demonstrations of Imaishi's style. Thank you for watching.